It's that time again, Hot Topics, and this week's panel featured Brooke Fox from Movin' 92.5, Terry Hollimon from the Barbershop podcast, and New Day producer Derek Haas. Now, of course, we started with the iconic Britney Spears.
The hashtag Free Britney movement. Have you all heard about this? There's a new documentary called Framing Britney Spears, put together by the New York Times. I have not seen it yet because I do not have the network that has it available for streaming. But oh my gosh. Brooke, do you follow her on Instagram?
Oh my God. I'm an OG Britney fan, and I tell everyone that if they want to know what like Britney is really like, you have to follow her on Instagram. And now it's even getting more fascinating because people are like, oh, that's a secret message. What did she mean when she said she likes soft pretzels? I'm like, is it a secret message, or does she just...
Is that like, really her? I mean, honestly, Brooke, when I watch it, it actually makes me a little bit sad.
Oh, really? I think it's totally her. I think that it's her being her, and we just get such a glossy view of all the other celebrities that it feels odd. Like, weird to see someone who they really are without all of the PR teams and everything behind it. She is always into posting a good motivational quote over the top of a kitten picture. She's not touring. She's not recording music. What else is she going to do?
You know, I've seen some of the IG stuff, Free Britney, so I wanted to find out what it was all about. And I'll be honest, it was kind of alarming. It was like maybe there's a little bit of a mental crisis going on there. That's just from a layperson, just outside looking in. I don't know, professional, but it just looked like somebody that was, I don't want to say screaming out for help, but maybe screaming out for help, because I remember watching her, you know, right after her heyday, kind of have her meltdown. You guys remember seeing Britney shave her hair off and doing like fencing with the umbrella. So I don't know. I feel like maybe she is screaming out for help a little bit.
Derek, I mean, you've heard about this documentary. Have you seen it?
I did watch it, and I think it's very interesting to kind of watch it and take a look back. It provides a lot of context for what happened that night that she did shave her head and kind of the altercation with the paparazzi. And it really does kind of, looking back at all of the interviews and things that, you know, they would talk to her about, it kind of makes you think about how we investigate people's personal lives when they're famous. And even when, you know, maybe at the center of something is a divorce between two people, or, you know, a family that's splitting up, or a mental health crisis. And I think we don't recognize that it's things that are happening to people rather than objects. And so they really kind of talk about how much money was invested to get these pictures from the paparazzi, and how the media kind of propped up everything that was happening to her instead of really paying attention to what was happening with her legal fight to even have rights over her own decisions and her finances.
But it's fascinating too. I mean, like, she was the first celebrity brought up on the internet, right? So like, this is the first time that we get to witness all of this in real time.
Basically, she was essentially a child, and she was a star. And it's like, you think about everyone who was brought up in the spotlight as a child, they seem to have to go through these things that, you know, the rest of us don't have to go through. Their entire existence was put underneath the microscope from the time they were a kid, man. And sometimes you don't get a chance to grow up and go through some of the things that the rest of us do privately, and it's just all public thing, and it's tough.
It's a lot on the mental health. And I think that the one thing that Britney's life has done for so many of us, for the media, is to raise awareness about the fact that what you said, Derek, that these are human beings. These aren't just objects. Speaking of raising awareness, have you recently checked on the amount of subscriptions you have? I did this recently. It was shocking to me how much money I was just handing out every month to things I've completely forgotten about or didn't even realize. Do you even know how many subscriptions you have right now?
No, not a clue.
Living in complete ignorance.
I just really felt like I was being so smart when I cut the cord years ago with cable.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the cable companies. So look at this. I'm only spending $30 a month. That's not the case anymore.
No.
They need to start their own subscription, and I'm going to end up spending more than I was to begin with. It's ridiculous.
And I thought I had all of the streaming services, you know, the big ones. And then I turn on the TV and watch a commercial for a brand new network. You know, everybody's just adding plus onto whatever their name is. They usually have that one thing that you want to watch that you'll pay for it, and then you'll forget about it for months on end.
There was a show on one of the streaming services that I wanted to watch, but there was like nothing else I wanted to watch on that one, right? And so I did something that you're probably not supposed to do, is I got a subscription code from my friend. I got his password.
I've done that.
Just so I could watch that one series. Has everybody done it? Am I the only one?
Are you really guilty about this? I have no guilt. I'm opening up new email accounts. I'm signing up for different.
I've asked my friend multiple times, like, I've forgotten it. I'd like to let you all know, though, a service you don't have to pay for that you get for free with an antenna is King 5.
Oh, yeah.
That's still over the air and free. I'm just going to point that out right now.
What else? There's another one. It's 92.5 FM on your radio dial. Also free. Yeah, you get a free app, too, if you want to listen on your phone. You're smart.
There you go. So have you ever gotten a subscription box? And if so, was it a win or was it a fail? I got the clothing box, one of the clothing boxes, because I wanted to like up my wardrobe after I had my, you know, when you have your babies, you don't feel cool anymore. You don't feel stylish. So I tried, and oh my gosh, it was a fail.
Was it? So I did one, and I just thought that the quality of things weren't very good for how much money it cost.
Yes.
But then I did a local one. There's a local boutique called Leak of Love, and she does love boxes, and they're awesome because then you can go into the store if you don't like the stuff, and you can either put it in or you can just hand it over and be like, oh, I don't want this right now, and then just give it back to her.
I have a hard enough time shopping for myself in person because I have broad shoulders, kind of broad-chested, and big old legs and buttocks. And and sometimes I'll get some stuff that says XL, and it won't fit like an X.
Exactly. That's what happened with the pants they sent me. I'm like, I don't think so. This is no 30.
I've done the clothing, I've done the food, I've also done the dog. The one thing that I will say about the dog is you sign up for these ones that are supposed to be indestructible and super, super strong. And then my dog tears it apart in like 5 minutes.
Derek's dog is a real